Is it possible I have the most decroded PlayStation 5 of all time, or is this actually representative of the PlayStation 5 experience? Okay? We're going to play the casting of Frank Stone, but check this out. The sum total of my lifetime on the PlayStation 5. Rocket League, I played Returnal for like an hour and was like, not for me. Elden Ring, played the whole game, not the DLC, but played the whole game. I don't even know what this is. Remote Play, Share Factory Studio. I got 2 friends who play that. Media Gallery, a sponsored stream for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and then the casting of Frank Stone. I think it's been like 4 years since the console came out. That's not your fault. Also, every time I say Frank Stone, I feel like it's like I'm talking about Frank Stallone. We're turning your bedroom back into the computer room. We're turning your bedroom back into the computer room. You know what I'm talking about? It's from Tim and Eric. Maybe you do. Maybe you do. Maybe you don't. The casting of Frank Stone. The rizzing of fake Stallone. Oh, dude, the controller is vibrating. I forgot about that. Chib said you're going to hate this. Chib's 26 years old. He doesn't know shit about the real world. I do appreciate his feedback, though. It's no disrespect. Chiblee, I stopped taking Chibley's opinion as seriously as I used to. I didn't say I stopped taking it under advisement at all. I stopped taking it as seriously as I used to when I found out that he and Apollo separately ordered DoorDash to the same residence at exactly the same time. That honestly, like, I know that for his stream it was a bit, but for me, that did like untold damage to the aura of Chiblee. I thought he could be practical and like with his temporary roommate, they could just get one pooled DoorDash order instead, but like, I'm going to skip to the end of the... That's probably fine. I'm never visiting the Dead by Daylight theme park IRL, so I'm sure that this probably won't like affect me or whatever. You want to enable data reporting? No, dude, no, I decline. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I want to disable data reporting. Are you crazy? I really don't care about you getting more information on the decisions that I make through this game. Okay, now I don't know where I'm supposed to be. Usually in supermassive games, at the top left, they put like a, like, Jennifer will remember that. So maybe the top right's okay, and maybe I'll crank it up a little. Something like that, okay. Hey, NL, can you tell me about the casting of Frank Stone from the world of Dead by Daylight? It's a game from Supermassive Games, who also made Until Dawn and the Dark Pictures Anthology and The Quarry, and it's from the world of Dead by Daylight. That is basically all I know. Hey, NL, just so you know, you should disable film grain or it'll run bad on the PS5. I can do that. Film grain and motion blur or something. Okay. I'm going to display briefly. Film grain is off. Motion blur is off. Fantastic. That seems beautiful. You know me. I'm a big believer that, if anything, graphics should like be worse. Chromatic aberration. I already got that handled. I got the hardware for that. Better hide the screen in case the PS5 shows your address. No kidding. So I booted up my Xbox so that my daughter could play Bluey on Game Pass. First pop-up, it said, "Is this still your phone number and your email address?" Said, "Yo, chill, man." Sony would never do that. The company known for good decisions, like paying $800 million to develop a hero shooter over the course of 8 years that got shut down in 10 days. Oh, sorry. I know a lot of good people worked on that game. That's my bad. I'm just taking one pot shot, okay? The corporations are not your friends, people. Only I'm your friend. Get it twisted. You will not escape torment, but you will survive. Leave behind all hope of survival. I'll play on survivor difficulty. I guess I would add new save data to this. Every choice made, every action taken has consequences. Some will save lives. Yay! Some will result in death. No! No, no!
I sacrificed everything searching for it.
Can I have some subtitles, please? Take me back to display. No subtitle. Where you always, it's a question every time. Where does subtitles show up? Audio. Subtitles. All. Mute copyrighted music. Yes. Yes, I'd like to save these changes. Time can't save me, but I can save changes.
Whispered to me centuries ago. Of a timeless power.
I'm kind of excited to learn more about the lore of Dead by Daylight, because I always thought it was just like, you know, the people who survive get to split like the pot of $10 million or something.
Close to ours, but always out of reach. Until I found him. Frank Stone. My key. My killer. I am Augustine Lieber. And I'm about to change our worlds forever.
You're literally Mackenzie Davis, and I love that for you, but why is she pretending? I just don't know. I just don't know, man. Me looking for the last slice of pizza. Spoilers, I ate it at 11 p.m. last night. But I'm gonna find a way to blame my wife for it anyway, even though she doesn't fuck with the leftovers. Hey, did you eat the last piece of pizza? I'm starting to get it now, man. A lot of games let you pet the dog. Only the casting of Frank Stone lets you be pet as a dog. And maybe some other games on Steam, but we don't play those. Baby's crying. Sorry, I'm Cocteau Twins posting. What do you think the odds are we're going to start the game as the dog? Could be a bold choice. Pretty agile, I got to admit. I guess that's kind of a thing dogs are known for. Dude, I gotta see like a Dead by Daylight superfan playing this. Oh, we're at Milford Creek. That's the Milford Creek Observatory. That's the gate, man. Here they come. The Burning Maw, Cedar Steel Mill, 1963. Isn't this where all the VCs and the founders go? Burning Maw? I'll allow it plus 1.99. See, that hurts because in my head, that's like a 1. That's closer to 1 than it is to 2. Mathematically, that's not the case, but we don't think in math. Not much of a hello crowd, huh?
I'm assuming you're the night watchman here.
I am.
Or just you? Covering the entire site?
Oh, no. I got help.
Where are they now? On duty?
Of a manner. Merlin just goes where he pleases.
Hey, he's a wizard.
A dog. Doberman Pinscher. Best friend a fella could ask for. Loyal to the seventh horn sounds. Trust him more than I trust myself.
Oh, no, we're in trouble. He's talking like he's in a Cormac McCarthy novel. I need to ask you a few questions.
I need to ask you a few questions.
I'm yours to dispose of.
Can I have your name?
Thomas Jefferson Holt. Call me Tom.
Officer Sam Green. Tom, I want to talk to you about...
I know what about. That missing boy, right?
That's right.
You think he could be missing here?
This mill looks a big place.
Biggest in all Cedar Hills. But that don't make no difference. Ain't no funny business going on around here. Not undermining Merlin's noses.
That is, of course, except for Frank Stone, the guy putting people in the wood chipper and kicking the generator so the generator breaks so that the survivors can't get enough generators to actually open the gates. People don't think I played Dead by Daylight. I played enough to get the gist of it. Hey, Issa Solaris, thanks for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you.
You sound confident.
And rightly so.
Can I check your records?
Now, records.
He's got more
The
records
logbook,
than the
visitors to mill,
KGB.
out-of-hour shifts.
So,
that sort of thing.
no funny
Right.
business.
Well, gotta be here someplace.
Is that it?
Oh, yeah.
It's okay.
My record book. Oh, there it is on my desk.
I see.
But listen, it's not illegal to drink at work. It's 1963. They didn't have, like, laws for that yet. I'm just going to say, noticed anything suspicious? Not going to be
Have you
accusatory
noticed
right
anything
out of the gate.
suspicious around the mill?
Tonight?
Tonight, last few nights, anything at all?
Nope, nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. Well, heck, you don't believe me, ask your boss.
My boss.
Gerald Ford?
Sheriff Kusich.
Oh.
Right. My boss.
He saw by last night asking about the exact same thing. And I told him the same thing I'm telling you. There's no way that boy could be here, and Merlin and me not know about it.
And what did the sheriff say?
Okay, Tom. And he got back
Don't
in his
use
car
that
and
voice,
left.
man. He's an elected official. So nobody's actually checked the mill?
So what
They're
you're
very
telling
sus
me
of the
is
mill. Like,
nobody actually
is this a
checked the
hot
mill
spot for, like,
any sign
teenage
of-
parties or something?
When you say nobody, does that include Merlin?
Like, it's a cedar
Tom,
mill
it
at
does not.
1 a.m.
I'm talking human investigators only.
In that case, Sam, I find it hard to argue with your assessment.
Any
Deep breath.
objections if I take a look around the place?
No objections from me. Of course, everything's locked for the night.
It's not a problem.
There's Merlin, of course.
Of course.
If you see him, tell him I'm looking for him.
He thinks I speak dog.
Thank you for your help, Tom.
Happy to oblige.
Think how Merlin in this game? Yerp. I still don't understand. It's 1963. Why is he so self-conscious about having a little drink at work? Like, the cop's probably drunk too. It was a long drive from the station, man. Plus, it really takes the edge off of smoking 3 packs a day.
Of course, everything's locked up for the night.
They really don't make flashlights like that anymore. Although, if you were like, if you had this, if Reddit existed back then, this post would be top 5 all time on r/flashlights. You ever see the one where it's like, the dude said, now it's my time, the power went out at the grocery store, and he has like a 100,000 lumen flashlight that is like making it look like the lights are on in the store? That's an all-timer post. To move, use L. Use R to look around. Now, I'm mostly looking around at chat, I'll admit. That's okay. Just taking a peek. Storage shed 2. A sex man.
Window.
Film.
I can get in through there.
An open window. I can get in through there, of course. You're so early today, I missed the start of the game. You're not really missing much so far. We are a police officer named Sam, and we're investigating the disappearance of a missing infant.
Easy does it.
At a cedar mill where the night watchman is extraordinarily in love with his dog. Like to what I would describe as a delusional degree. Plus he's drunk. Okay, but like he's not that drunk. Now I know he had a nose like Santa Claus. He might be a little bit inebriated, but he has a boring job, man. Are you drunk right now? No, bro. It's 8:44 in the morning. Maybe ask me when we're playing Office Among Us. Do you ever get nervous? What a question. Why'd you look at your IRL watch? Smoke them if you got them. Use R to inspect objects. All right. Everyone's weekly rota. Give us today our daily bread, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Examine. Uh-oh. Preferred name. Tifa. Tifa! Current position, machinist. Address, Singer Who, Cedar Hills. Criminal record, 1 charge of assault and robbery. Early release, 5 dreams, habilitation. What in the MF Doom is this, man? A mill employee got his job thanks to an endorsement from a Dr. Lieber. It's just that easy, people. Are they wiping their butts with the paperwork? Bro, it's like 1963, okay? They were literally like using coal to power their radios. Have some respect. Everything was dirty back then.
Hello?
I'm not saying people
Anyone
don't
here?
litter now, but my memory of like being a child at parks was that literally like 25% of the matter on the ground was just covered by cigarette butts. You still see cigarette butts like on the ground now and then, but back in the day, it was like the floor was made of cigarette butts. We've come a long way. What the heck? Damn halogen bulbs, man. Now everyone just vapes. I know every time I talk about it, I make some enemies, but it's funny to me. I love when you're like behind a car at a red light and they roll down their driver's side window and exhale like a 7-liter cloud of cherry flavored smoke. And then you're like, wow, that's a lot of smoke. And then it's not smoke, it's some other stuff that science hasn't really decided on yet. But then like, you're like, wow, that's a big cloud. And then you wait 10 seconds and then they hit you with another one. And you're like, man, you're... No disrespect, I understand you gotta break up the monotony of the drive, especially if you're heading south on like Granville Street right now, trying to get through that construction at Oak and 70th. Come on, man. How long does it take to replace a sewer? Apparently a long time, not that I would know because I have no like real life skills. But like, you ever consider like mixing up some oxygen in with the lemon pound cake? Or what? Did Canada do smoking sections in restaurants? In that there was when I was a little kid, like pre-age 10, there was a smoking section and a non-smoking section in restaurants that was only divided spiritually.
Hey, Mr. Green.
Hang on, we'll get back to it.
Officer. Oh, yes, sir, of course. We haven't seen Merlin, have you?
No, yeah, sorry. Ah,
You all right there?
yeah, it's just... Jesus, you don't smell that?
That was a meaty one.
Got a little too up close and personal with a can of mustard gas back in the trenches.
You know how it is.
It can be a blessing in disguise.
I mean, isn't this why Cornwall smells like
Where it's coming from.
What's it smell like?
you know? Because it's
Nothing
like
good.
it's pulp, right? The pulp smells like it smells like, you know. Anybody here from Cornwall? not Cornwall, UK, but Cornwall, Ontario. Not poo-poo. Something else. I lived there, it does smell. I'm telling no lies. Anyway, so when I was a little kid, there was like the air just divided the smoking section from the non-smoking section. And then people got like a little bit more health conscious in like 1998 maybe. So they would build like a glass prison that all the smokers had to eat in. And then it was like a couple years after that, they just made everything non-smoking. It was just an awkward transitionary period. You okay, buddy? He's a good dog. He's not getting me walking my 2-year-old through the dog park. He's good. He doesn't bite much. Don't worry.
Sure would have liked it if you two made proper acquaintance.
God damn it.
Yeah, that's his food right there. The pile of blood and meat. I think that's mortadella, brother.
You put this out for him?
No.
Yeah, we just kind of dump it on the
Looks
ground
like someone else
wherever.
has found his way to your boy's heart. Through his stomach.
It ain't possible. Merlin and me, we're a team. Who'd want to come between a man and his best friend?
It's a piece of provolone.
What's that? Some kind of wiener mate?
That's a ear, brother. That's a trophy from Diablo 2. I think there might be some wiener meat in there mixed up amidst everything else, amidst the viscera.
Will you look at that? That damn dog?
Are you serious, man?
Think that belongs to the boy you're looking for?
I mean, r/atheism versus I don't know how we could possibly know it came from someone else. I'm just gonna say there's no proof it does.
There's no proof it does.
But what if...
Do yourself a favor and park that thought.
I know I came here looking for the missing kid, but now that I've seen a pile of body parts, I don't know, this could be anybody. I love him saying that damn dog. Like, Merlin created the bucket of human organ meat. Some, oh, man. Oh, a flashlight? Oh, a puzzle. Interesting. It's like when you're a kid and you're into chess, so your aunt gives you like a novelty chess set and you don't know what any of the fucking pieces are. Curse of Ra. You're like, all of a sudden, I'm trying to play chess with my uncle with the fucking Futurama chess set, and I can't remember if Fry is a bishop or a knight, man.
What was that sound? Stay behind me.
Same with the Simpsons set. Yeah, I hear that. Fry's the king? No, dude, probably like Zap Brannigan or like Professor Farnsworth is the king or whatever. I'm still rocking my 2016 election chess set, so I mean that's like an r/buy it for life classic right there. So we're kind of living in the same world.
So, what is this thing?
The grate?
Yeah, what is it for?
Grating?
It's
Cheese, I think.
for the furnace, I think.
You don't know for sure?
Yeah, I work at the mill, not in the mill.
Find something to pry open the gate. The paymaster's office. How did they pay people at large businesses like this before computers existed, man? I guess they had books, pens and pads, cash. Well, I just mean like literally, you got like 1,000 people working for you. Don't some people slip through the cracks now and then? And then they got to show up at the paymaster's office and they give them like an envelope or something? Sounds about right. They were cutting the checks. Now this feels like Dead by Daylight, man. There's got to be something to pry open the gate over here. A crowbar.
Gotcha.
The perfect tool for the job, and also a perfect tool to slightly debilitate Frank Stone and think that we're going to save ourselves, but actually we've only made him angrier, and we remember that we're in the prologue of a supermassive game, which means they introduce you to two characters, and then like the character that you play as definitely dies. Or alternatively, sometimes they merely get imprisoned and you're led to believe that they die. And then like in chapter 6, you go into the basement of Frank Stone and he's like, help me, I'm an officer of the law. Help me. Stop metagaming. Did I do that? Yeah, just shove your shoes right into the barbed wire there. Ain't nothing but a peanut. Sorry, there was an accident in the kitchen. My friend got burned. Okay, I've used the crowbar. Nope, never mind. I've now used the crowbar.
Stand back.
Nailed it. Thank you, fish-like. They're not lying. He do be groaning. Lightweight, baby!
All right. Take this. Use the radio in my car and call the station.
Yo, this motherfucker's a suspect, dude.
Where are you going?
You just gave him the keys to a police car.
I don't know. I got a feeling, and it's not a good feeling. Hey. I'm gonna need you to take this too.
All right, take the evidence of the murder you may have committed.
Make sure the sheriff gets this.
Sure, no, the sheriff, you said. No, here, take my gun, yeah. You might need this. The killer might still be out there. You know, while we're at it, take my badge and my uniform. It's gonna be hot down there next to the furnace. You know what? Here's the key to my house. In case I don't make it home tonight, tell my wife I love her.
I need your help here, Tom. I wouldn't ask if I didn't.
I just don't know if I'm made of this stuff, buddy.
They don't call it a higher calling for nothing. You gotta rise to meet it. You can do this.
Yeah. I can do this.
Hey,
Me turning left without a protected
I'm
light.
counting on you, Tom Hope.
Fate changed. You put your faith in Tom. See, this is where you need like Ding Chavez. He would send down like a quadcopter in there with 17 cameras on it, suss out Frank Stone, drop in like a Willie Pete grenade, white phosphorus going all through the trenches. Be back at home in time for like a midnight snack or something like that. In 1960? Well, I don't know. They had like B-17 bombers back then. Surely they got something. Is Frank Stone like a known character? I don't know. Isn't he the guy, isn't he the middle-aged man that was one of the main characters main survivors in Dead by Daylight? Isn't he like the photographer or something? No? No, he's a new character. That's David King. Oh, you're right. I had him confused with the Frank West from Dead Rising. I had him conflated. Don't Google Frank West conflation. We did lose our hat. I guess we'll be going this way. Plus, you ruined your beautiful hat, you ding-a-ling. Hang on one second. I'm just making sure that drop-off went okay. Let me make sure I'm not needed. Every once in a while, you got to do your husbandly duty. And what's your husbandly duty? Responding to a text promptly with something like, "What? No way." Or, "Are you serious?" That's important. That's your daily kata. Don't say "so true, librarian," okay? I'm not... Although I'll say, I think I'm doing my part for your bit, okay? Because every, like, 99.9% of the time, Kate is convinced that you don't have a wife, which I believe is an accurate reflection of reality. But whenever she brings it up, I kind of, like, pepper in a little skepticism just to keep her guessing. So I'll be like, you know, when you sent her the picture of that random woman who I don't know might be related to you, or I don't know, like a model or something. Maybe it's your wife. I don't know. I said, "Oh, you never know. Like maybe librarians religious, or maybe they like knew each other through like family. You never know with stuff like that. Like it's a different culture. I don't know if maybe he's like devoutly religious, you know, maybe they agreed to marry each other like a couple of years ago in church, but she had to like finish school or something like that. Like there's lots of people out there these days. Yo, that's Will Poulter, man. Random woman? Well, she's random to me. That's not BM, man. It's not BM. Look. Someone is engaged in strange rituals in the hidden areas of the mill. You got all that from like a scrape? I hate to think what you'd think of me if you saw the drywall in my basement, man. Press X to get scared.
What is that?
Probably just the wind. What are you trying to say? I'm trying to say that every once in a while I have to like bring my ladder inside of my house. And then like, I'm always like, don't scratch the walls, don't scratch the walls. And then I fucking turn too fast and I scratch the wall. And then I go over to the drywall and I go, and it doesn't do anything. And I go, I'll paint it later. Do not crawl under this, man. This is bad police work.
Goddamn small spaces.
They don't teach you this at the academy, okay? He's going into the man-made Nutty Putty cave. He is moaning on it. Oh, excuse me, there's something lootable here? It's like a napkin. It's like, no, it's like a wrought iron fixture for like a gate or a fence or something. I'll just put that right back there. Put it spikes up just so I like damage my foot on it when I'm escaping the killer a little bit later. To be fair, he doesn't know that he's escaping the killer later. That's only information for me. To succeed a skill check, press X when the pointer is inside the success zone. The madmen, they did it. You're still getting burned, bro. Get out of there. It even has the Dead by Daylight input lag. Like, I'm telling you, I hit it on the perfect spot in the skill check, and it took like 1/8 of a second extra to actually register the press. I'm telling you, I know when I hit the button. I'll tell you when it's just, you know, middle age. How'd you fail that? I didn't fail that. I hit it in the success zone, man. It wasn't the perfect success zone, but it was in the success zone. It just wasn't a crit. Climb. Climb. That's a hold. I'm just never going into a room with this kind of lighting. In the era of digital photography, this is just a bad omen every time.
Lord, this is hellish.
You, when you find out how the sausage is made?
Son of a fuck. Crib. Shit.
It's not a crib, it's more of like a bassinet, if anything. Don't take the ladder. Neither? Yeah, I could just go home. That's true. Get pre-fired. There's so much input lag on the QTE, man. But that's good. That means I can pre-fire it. Come on, brother. Oh, that's just lackadaisical police work, to be honest with you.
Stop!
Get him. Get him. Right there. Right there. On his welder's mask. That's a hell of a right hook, man. What? The 32,000 lumens? I'm calling bullshit on this. It is Joe Biden. Choke breads. They actually put him on the Dead by Daylight hook. Creepy Frank, with his Sauron mask and his hooks. He creeps us out, doesn't he, folks? Yo, he's going Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. You freed yourself from the pipe. In a manner of speaking. Get up, Frank. Get up. Wait, this isn't Frank, this is Sam. Get up, Sam. All right, you know what? Try not to put too much weight on that arm, though. Square me. Oh, it's just that easy. You shot Frank Stone and saved the child. I don't know if I'd consider them saved, but maybe that's just me. Still kind of like a sous vide situation going on here. Ouch! No kidding. The feeling when you bite down on the nectarine, but you accidentally bite down on the pit. I know what you're saying. Isn't this where the hands come and like drag him to hell or something? Yes. Savior, trophy earned. I like to sleep in my leather jacket and a couple of layers up top.
It's okay.
Gets cold out there in July. Looks comfy.
Okay.
Really nice every time you like move while you're sleeping, you hear like it's that Danzig. Oh, the voice from the Outer Rim? She's drinking the worm juice, bro. My cups look like this, so her cups look like that. Damn handyman.
Mom.
Yo, forget about mom. You got the damn drop top. You got the drop top bedroom. What's going on? I do feel like I'm in an insurance commercial, to be honest with you.
Mom?
Asmongold hallway. I'm just joking. Is what you have to say.
None of this is right.
Wait. It's the same dang room. Wait, has the picture changed though? Uh-oh. They hit her with the Gaussian blur. J.K. Rowling's office. Oh. What in the Mark Z. Danielewski's going on here, man? What the Frank? My optic nerve stopped automatically flipping the image in my brain. Don't +2. I guarantee some of you are living like this right now. If your room looks like that, you should not be worried about 100 million plus net worth individuals getting taxed on unrealized capital gains. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he's always right, but you should be cleaning your room before you worry about that stuff, okay? DL Guiga, break it down for us. I think if DL Guiga were here, which he can't be because it's the second day of 11th grade, he would say that some taxes are proposed to like fund social programs, and some taxes serve as either incentives or disincentives for behaviors that governmental entities would like to curb. So he would say it's a little bit more complicated than we're letting on. And I would +2 that maybe, because I don't really know what I'm talking about. And he's like the valedictorian of his middle school. My show. You turned off my show.
Mom?
Mom just watched The Red Wedding.
What's wrong?
What's wrong, Mom? DirecTV can't come to an agreement with ESPN.
Right.
And it's week 1 of college football. I hate it when that happens, man. But on the other hand, that is kind of how I want to go. Now, oh, it makes sense that she's sleeping in a jacket because she was on an airplane. Plane captain is yapping, man. Holy.
Get a grip.
He's always saying. And you know what? They always be doing the in-flight announcements when you're like 17 minutes into Ozymandias. Telling me about the weather in like Fort Lauderdale or something like that. And I'm like, I don't care, man. His name's Asac Schrader. And then they got to repeat it in French. Say something like Sur le bout Guy Lafleur, 1986 avec la Nordiques de Québécois. And I'm like, I told you, okay? Just because my last name is French-Canadian. I don't know what you're saying, okay? Bienvenue de bord à Canada. I can get that one. Pour votre confort et sécurité. I can get that one, all right?
On the right side of the road.
The rest of it, I'm kind of lost.
Left side is the right side.
I'll just read this postcard real quick. No big deal. This is how the average person drives. I'll just close my eyes real quick. So tired. I would probably stop. Why not? They always tell you a stranger is just a friend you haven't met. Plus, yeah, this might be Ellen DeGeneres, man. Oh, hi. Haha. Didn't see you there. Thanks for stopping.
So, you need a lift?
Reynolds got a flat.
Oh, you're American.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Oh, my.
Okay. Yeah, so... Do you mind giving me a lift?
Right.
Straight to
sure,
business.
Of course.
You can drop me off at Garrett Manor. It's just a few miles up the road.
Okay, damn, I'm not your Uber driver. I got places to go
That's where I'm
too.
going too.
She is
Not out of
Ellen.
your way.
Guess not.
Oh, man. No, you get in the back, please. You chose to pick up the hitchhiker. Good day to you, partner. What is it? This road is freaking me out, dude. Why is it? It's like the mud sea was parted.
So we're both going to the same place, huh? What are the odds of that?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's not all that odd, seeing as, you know, we're already pretty close, and I don't think this road goes anywhere else. So,
She's
did
in the
you
damn
say you
mud
were going to
luge.
Garrett Manor for business, or?
I did not.
Oh. So,
Excuse me, on my
From?
hitchhiker
From?
ride, I checked
Like,
no
where do you
conversation, please.
Paris. That's where I'm from, currently. Before that, I was from Amsterdam, Dublin, Milan, Los Angeles,
Okay, John Wick.
and Oregon. Once upon a time.
that's cool. Hey, my mom's from Oregon. Well, one of them is. I always heard it was really nice. Or kind of a shithole, but like a really nice kind of shithole. I mean, I wouldn't know anyway because I've never been. I'm a Big Apple girl.
I know
born
it.
and raised. Barely even made it north of 14th Street before going off to college.
People from New York talk like the rest of the
Hollywood?
world knows
No,
what that
Berlin,
means.
Actually. Oh, I'm Maddie, by the way.
Linda.
I don't know what the fuck 14th
It's
Street
nice
means.
to meet you, Maddie.
Yeah, you too.
Linda.
Even if I was worried you might try to clonk me.
Sorry.
What do you do for work? That's a common get to know you question.
Okay, so what do you do for a living that takes you all over the place?
I'm a filmmaker. I travel a lot for film shoots and festivals and all the other usual Hollywood bullshit.
Oh, wow. I heard that's a real tough kind of job to get.
Easy to get. Hard to keep.
Had to bury a few bodies, huh?
Why would you phrase it
Well.
like that?
I've had to work real hard to get where I am, but I I'd be kidding myself if I didn't also acknowledge there isn't a certain amount of dumb luck to it.
Basically, my student
on.
picture did really
You don't
well,
just
and then
dumb
Marvel
luck
let
your way
me
into a
direct
successful
The
film
Eternals,
career.
and then well, I've just kind of been
Surprise.
coasting since then.
I never would have guessed this is what I'd end up doing with my life.
Sure. Definitely seems like the kind of thing you just end up doing.
Relationship scuttled. Linda did not appreciate your sarcasm. Linda realized that you are irony poisoned and cannot make a real human connection without
Hey.
trying to turn everything into a joke.
Take a look.
She says, please let me off here.